There is a man that just clicked on this video, ready to watch this right now, who knows exactly what it feels like to be sitting on the sidelines of his own life, just holding the ball, waiting for some invisible coach to put him in. Maybe that man is you. Maybe your wife is out there grinding every day, picking up the slack, evolving, and you're still in the same day-to-day cycle that you were in 6 months ago, a year ago, maybe longer. And you keep telling yourself, I'll figure it out soon. But deep down, you don't even know what the hell it is anymore. And if you're honest, completely honest, this isn't about a career shift, guys. This is not about purpose. It's not even about feeling directionless. It's about you not knowing who the hell you are without the pressure, without the schedule, without the title, without this fake identity that you've clung to for the past 20 years. This guy I was working with, we're going to call him Steve, he broke it down like this last night. He says, I've got the ball in my hand, but I'm still sitting on the sideline. And I'm yelling at the coach, put me in, put me in. But the truth is, I don't even want the damn ball. Because if I take it, now I'm responsible for what happens next. This guy's 46. His son just left for college. And his wife is rebuilding after a layoff. And he's doing the laundry, taking care of their diabetic dog, meandering through the morning, scrolling Twitter, doing outreach emails for her consulting job that she's starting, just so he can feel useful. And he knows this isn't it. This isn't what I was made for. This is not the peace that I want. It's not even presence. I'm not here. And to be honest, it's not even stagnation. It's a decay. It's the slow burn of resentment and boredom and disconnection, that invisible weight that starts to creep in when a man stops living for something bigger than himself. And I get it. He says, nothing bad will happen if I don't change. My bills are paid. My house is fine. My wife's here. My son's doing okay. But then his voice dropped. But I know nothing good will happen either. And I can't live like this. And that part hit, because that's where most men quit. They don't just crash. They don't blow everything up all the time. Some guys just stay the same. And they rot slowly in their comfort. They wait until their wife doesn't respect them anymore. Until their kid stops reaching out. Until their body starts shutting down. And then they call it fate. When really it was your own damn neglect. Neglect of yourself, of your emotions, of your role as a leader of your family. Not just the financial leader, but the emotional one. Steve admitted something else, that something most men will take to their fucking grave. He says, I never learned how to talk about my fear. I just swallow it. I was taught to bury it. Good old British stoicism, that stiff upper lip. Suck it up, move on. But then he says, when I'm bottling it all up, I can feel it building. And sometimes I explode. Not necessarily violently, but enough that my wife looks at me like I'm a fucking grenade. And then he laughs, he chuckles, but it wasn't even funny, because that laugh, that was covering something up that was so much deeper. His shame. His shame for being a man who feels like he's too much. Who's trying to stay calm for everyone, but is actually screaming inside. Who's fighting to stay regulated long enough to just get through dinner. Let alone have an honest conversation about where his marriage is going. And I see this over and over. Men with decades of built up pressure, unprocessed grief, repressed sadness, and that explosive anger. It's not about the dog. It's not about the laundry. It's not even about your wife or your kids or this or that. It's about the little boy inside of you who has been ignored for too long. And he's throwing a tantrum just to get your attention. And that boy doesn't want to sabotage you. He wants to be seen. He wants to be safe. He wants to feel like he matters again. And Steve said something that stuck with me. If I was working towards something, anything, I wouldn't be this angry. I wouldn't care about some fucking bowling league vote. I wouldn't snap at my wife. I wouldn't feel this disconnected from my son. But because I'm not building anything, every little irritation hits me like a punch to the gut. And that's the truth. You're not overwhelmed because your life is full. You're overwhelmed because your soul is empty. Here's what I told Steve, and I'm going to say the same thing to you. Your nervous system is not the enemy. Your inner child is not the enemy. It's trying to protect you. But protection is not the same as peace. And if you don't learn how to process what you've been carrying, those years of rage and shame and disconnection, your body will keep screaming louder and louder and louder until you finally listen. That's what the work that we do together is all about. It's not necessarily mindset work. It's nervous system work. It's identity work. This isn't about thinking your way into a new life. It's about feeling your way back into alignment, regulating your system and creating emotional safety, rebuilding the foundation of who you are so you can lead again from clarity, from power, from love. And if you're wondering what that even looks like, here's what I'll tell you guys. It's not sexy. It's writing letters of intention, setting your intention very clearly, and stating that intention to yourself and to your loved ones. It's mapping out your value system so you stop drifting. And it's confronting lies that you've told yourself about your worth. It's facing fears that you've avoided because you didn't think your wife could handle it. Or worse, that you couldn't handle it. It's building a relationship with your inner child, not to coddle him, but to lead him. And it's finally learning how to speak the language of emotion fluently so that you're not ruled by your outbursts. You're guided by your presence. Now, this guy, Steve, he's not fixed. He's not perfect. That's not what this is about. But at least he's not sitting on the sidelines anymore. He is lacing up. He's setting goals again. Not to prove himself, but to lead his family with vision. And he's making peace with his past. And that's unlocking clarity about his future. You want to know what his turning point was? He said, if I told my wife that I have a plan for the next 10 years, she's going to fall out of her fucking chair. I don't think she's heard me say that in a long fucking time. But now he's building that plan. Not because life forced him to, but because he really wants to. He chose to. And that's what I'm inviting you to do right now. Make a choice. Choose to stop waiting for permission. Choose to stop burying your pain. Choose to become the man who leads with real intention, not from a place of fear. Choose to remember who the fuck you really are. And guys, if you need help with that, there's a link right down here in the description. Book a call with me. Let's have an honest conversation. Or you can visit theobstacleremover.com and apply to join my inner circle. This is the work that I do with high-performing men who are quietly unraveling. Listen, you don't have to fall apart to earn support. You just have to get honest. Stop pretending that you're okay. Start becoming who you were always meant to be. Peace is possible, guys. But it's not out there. It's in here. It's already inside of you. You just have to start clearing the rubble. And I've got a shovel for you. Let's start digging, okay?